Karl Popper, a renowned philosopher, said in his work The Paradox of Tolerance that tolerance defeats itself when it permits intolerant speech. As long as fake news is permitted in the media, governmental tolerance is defeating itself. While it may have something of a bad stigma, like Big Brother is watching, controlled government regulation is not necessarily a bad remedy to the infestation of fake news in our world today. In theory, governments should promote news literacy and strong professional journalism in their societies, and if they do this, the level of democracy and the quality of news would both be positively influenced. Governments could achieve this regulation via the installment of algorithms for identifying and removing fake news by marshalling the same engines that spread fake news in the first place. While these algorithms would probably be developed by social media networks, the government could partner and oversee algorithm creation. This self-regulation of media would increase the confidence of their users in what they encounter online. Users wouldn't need to consistently ask themselves if what they are reading is indeed authentic or simply spam. It would also lead to the prevention of the infestation of bots and fake news from our news feeds and ads. Democracy would be saved, or at least, foreign interference would be kept in check. Today, we see other governments around the globe regulating their media to eliminate fake news. Germany has passed legislation to fine social media outlets up to 500,000 euros for each fake news story it fails to take down from its site. Indonesia has established a government agency to monitor news circulating online and tackle fake news. The Czech government is setting up an anti-fake news unit to monitor their websites, and the Philippines is attempting to imprison those who willingly publish or distribute fake news. Clearly, action is being taken in governments around the world. Will this action be successful and sustainable? While the solutions above seem like effective measures against fake news, there exists some potential backlash. Some believe that there's a very reasonable fear that the rich and powerful will attempt to leverage these rules in order to squash journalism that they dislike. Of course, an example of this theory of false news is Donald Trump's rebuttal of any unwelcome news by labeling it fake. In theory, governments around the world could suppress critical and truthful content under the guise that it's fake. Concerns about the First Amendment of the Constitution have been voiced as well. Some believe that if these governmental regulations are enacted, the main victims would not be the purveyors of fake news, but our freedom of expression. According to the clear and present danger decision of 1919, Congress shall make no law abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, due to the concern that if they did, they could stifle unwelcome opinions and intimidate citizens into conforming. After all, someone is less likely to post an article if they are threatened to be monitored and punished, like in Indonesia, or imprisoned, like in the Philippines. The question remains, is the accuracy and quality of our news more valuable than the freedom of potentially misleading expression?